Well, I'm headed up to see the new Crow movie. I don't know if it's going to be any good, but I will let you guys know in about 2.5, 3 hours or so. So, hope it's good. Hope I don't actually, walk out on it or whatever, but we shall see.
Brewers take the process of making great beer very, very seriously. From tank to tap, everything from milling.
Okay, I just stepped out, as you can see, from the theater after having watched the new Skarsgård version of The Crow. So let me try and keep this as brief as possible and start with what you really need to know. What you really need to know is that nobody else needs to spend 5, 10, 20 bucks and 2 hours of their lives right now to watch this. Nobody. If you're a really big fan of the whole series and stuff, then when it comes out to streaming or cheap DVD or whatever, then you might want to see it. But before that, nobody needs to see this. It's that bad. It gets better at the end. It's one of the few attempts in the series to actually do a remake instead of a sequel of sorts. So that's worth knowing. The soundtrack will actually probably be pretty good. The acting isn't bad, but the script is really, really bad. It's not even funny kind of bad. It's just bad. Skarsgård does a good job with what he's given, but again, the script is really bad. The violence makes the original movie, the original comic, look tame. And I don't mean that as a compliment. It is unnecessarily over the top and grotesque and blood for the sake of blood and what have you. The original movie, I would be tempted to show my 9-year-old. This, I don't think anybody should see if they're under the age of maybe 21. Yeah, those are the highlights, the good and the bad. Yeah, if you were thinking about seeing this in the theater, unless there are any dollar theaters around and you see it a few months from now, or this is years from now after it's been out and you see it for $2 or something, unless it's something like that, when we're talking about seeing it in the theaters, don't. If you are only kind of sort of a fan, or you are not familiar with The Crow at all, don't. And if you are a big fan, be prepared to be upset. But even then, wait. Don't see it now. See it later, and just go in with low expectations. Do realize that it does get better at the end, but it also ramps up the violence, like I said, in that unnecessarily over the top kind of way that just, it turns it from I don't know, from 80s slasher to Saw movie kind of gore kind of thing. I mean, anyways, hopefully this saved some of you some money, and again, if you are a very big fan, you may still want to see it, just not right now. It is good enough in parts that some of you will want to see it eventually. Just not right now. Have I made that clear? Not right now. It's that bad. Good enough that some of you, if you're really diehard on either, slasher gore or the Crow franchise or Bill Skarsgård or, any of those kind of things, if any of those really pique your interest, then wait until it comes out to streaming or something else and go in with low expectations. Okay, that's your movie rant of the day. I hope you enjoyed the review, and please save your money.